today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on E!
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And here comes the winner of the last two NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 41 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in Week 3 and then Chicago in Week 5. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Finding room at midfield. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. These two teams all tied after 1. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers going to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Doubs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in week 1 this year. And it'll put the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. A second down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. K.J. Osborne, 26 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe get this game tied up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard from 10 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. On play action, Cousins steps away. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Rodgers again now. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. Touchdown! Allen Lazard. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Cousins. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying...
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we get to be here to watch this one.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they...
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's time for Monday.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
They'll try the middle with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 11 carries, 82 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable.
Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season. But rumor Charles might have a few more for 2023. The numbers on the ground for Gainwell last week. 6 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Down inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Sermon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. But 1st down, Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, it's Cousins. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No,
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw over the middle taken in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cousins on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Saw that, right?
Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They go play action. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Fourth down, Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Cook up the gut. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They're going to look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. Taken in by Pascal out left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets... into enemy territory.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to...